you mentioned about content is valuable information. So, okay, we do want to share valuable information. So let's keep your example of how to get your dog to behave. How do you recommend people balance that value to the reader with your business intent? And I'll tell you why I'm super interested in this answer right now, because I was listening to a podcast this morning about product-led content. And their argument was no matter what your content is, your product should be the focus of it. And I was struggling with that. So can you kind of explain how you balance that?
I don't think I 100% agree with that. I think I'm in the ballpark with them on that. I think that's probably a little too far to the side for me. I like to say that, and I'm not the only one that uses this term, but I call it the sweet spot. And the sweet spot sits between what your audience wants, and what they want is about them. It's where they are right now. And the sweet spot sits there between them and the product or the service that you're selling. And often that sweet spot is not exactly about your product or service. It's a bridge that connects the two. So I'm going to
Ooh.
think of an example. It's probably not in the doggy area, but I kind of love the example of, let's say you do have a product. So let's say you were putting out, you were selling maybe homeware things like a cupcake tin that you bake your cupcakes in. So you're not going to write a piece of content about a cupcake pan. Like there's very
No.
little value in that.
It's metal. It's shaped like something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what you can do, if you think about your audience, now your audience wants to bake cupcakes. There you go. That's what they want right now. So, what do they need to do that? Well, they need a recipe and they need some inspiration. So, in that sweet spot, you can think about what they need. And of course, that recipe and that inspiration also needs a cupcake pan to bake them in. And do you see how you've created that bridge between they want to bake cupcakes, you want to sell a cupcake pan, in the middle is your amazing piece of valuable content where you meet both of them. And it's all about doing it naturally. You know, it should fit in there as part of the narrative that you're putting in there. It shouldn't be forced in there. It should be just natural that you get to step 6, which is, get your cupcake pan and you can hyperlink that to a link to your product page where you sell one. You don't have to say, please buy my product pan, because, if they need one, they're probably going to click that link.